guys, it's Nicole, and I'm here with the video. This is kind of weird. I haven't done a video in 8 months. I'm sure you guys are wondering, like, what the hell? Like, I've gotten so many messages, so many comments on, like, Instagram, Facebook, all that, from you guys asking, like, what the hell is going on? Like, where are you? I just want to say, first off, like, I'm really sorry. Like, I am so sorry that I just left you guys hanging and didn't really update you guys or tell you what the hell was going on or anything like that. I mean, I tried to a little bit on Facebook and then, you know, tried to upload some pictures on Instagram and stuff to kind of keep you guys, like, at least let you guys know that we're not dead. Like, we're still, like, you know, trying to make things work. But either way, I'm just gonna put this out there right in the beginning that I just sometimes feel like my life is a mess, you know, and I feel like that's normal for my age. Like, I feel like some people are able to do it and they do it so gracefully, and some people, like myself, like, I just feel like a train wreck, you know, and sometimes I feel like my life is just such a disaster that I really don't want to put it out for everybody to see because I'm, you know, embarrassed. I'm just not mentally right to be able to communicate with everybody and let everybody know that, you know, like, what's going on. So today I decided it is time to let you guys know what the hell is going on. So for those of you that don't know and are just popping in on this video, or who have subscribed to my channel and hasn't seen a new video since you subscribed, hello, I'm Nicole. I'm so sorry that you haven't seen any new videos, but here's the reason why. So the last video you guys saw was us getting ready to move to Nevada. We made the decision to move to Nevada, which is where my entire family is, besides my immediate family, like my mom, my brother, my sister, blah, blah, blah. But the rest of my family is all in Nevada, and so I was thinking that by us moving to Nevada, my mom and my sister and my brother, who live in Idaho, might also move to Nevada if we went. Long story short, Nevada was a huge fat fail. It just, you know, when you make a decision and you do something in life and then every little aspect of that decision just goes down the drain, like, everything is just not working. It's, you know, it's just falling apart. Everything was falling apart at the seams, you know, as soon as we moved to Nevada. We had a family friend who was best friends with my mom growing up, but I kind of, like, barely knew her. Like, I knew her, knew of her, you know, all growing up and everything. Hung out with her a lot as a child, but as an adult, as a teenager, I hadn't seen her in years. So, but she offered, like, basically begged me and Sean to move in with her. We moved in with her and her husband and her daughter, and, you know, we were supposed to be there for a couple months or whatever, and then get into our own place. 4 days after moving to Nevada, I got myself a job. So I got transferred from my last job. I worked at a truck stop, Pilot, Flying J. I transferred from Oregon to Nevada, but the closest location in Nevada that I could transfer to was an hour away. So I was commuting an hour to work every day. That was a lot of gas and just really stressful and not very ideal, and that also made it to where Sean, you know, had a harder time finding a job. We could have made certain decisions to probably make it a little bit easier. We could have, you know, I could have quit my job and found something else. I could have, you know, whatever. There's things we could have done to, I guess, you know, force it to work, but it just ended up not working out. We ended up being asked to leave after having multiple apartments that, you know, we were gonna get, and then, you know, they fell through. We had one house that we were supposed to get, and then that fell through, and everything was just not going the way that, you know, we had hoped, and everything just seemed to be, like, falling out of our hand. We ended up being asked to leave by our family friend after we were unsuccessful at trying to find a place, and so that caused a lot of tensions before that, just because, you know, and I'm not going to go into full detail on everything that happened, because there was a lot of tensions that formed through, you know, the people that we lived with, and then some of my family members, you know, there's some tensions, you know, that were formed while we were there, and we just didn't expect that to happen. Yeah, so after we were asked to leave from the place that we were staying, then we went to go stay with coworkers, and we were basically couch hopping between coworkers, trying to still find a place, me still trying to go to work every day, you know, and trying to stay positive. And I'm not trying to, like, complain, and that's another thing that I really want to put out there is, when I'm telling you guys these stories, I'm not trying to bitch. I'm not trying to put all the blame on everybody else, you know, like, I know that there's certain things that I could have done to, like, probably make it successful, but, you know, that's just life, you know, that's life, and I just want to put out there, I'm not trying to complain, I'm not trying to come off like, oh, well, poor me, I tried my hardest, and the world's against me, like, that's not what I'm saying, I'm just letting you know that it didn't work out. We were couch hopping between a couple coworkers' places for probably a month, and we still were unsuccessful at finding a place. This caused a lot of tension between me and Sean and I almost broke up. I was very alone at this time. I feel like I've never been so confused in my life. That everything, you know, was just, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do to make things better, and I started to blame Sean. I felt like I was starting to fall out of love with him, and I didn't communicate that with him. I just resented him for it. Plus, I had some family members in my head, like, that, you know, just weren't seeing things for what they were, and they were also trying to get me to leave Sean. It was just really freaking messed up, man. Like, there was a lot of confusion, and I didn't know what to do with my life anymore, because, you know, I've always said that the one thing in my life that is always going to stay the same is Sean. You know, like, I love him to death, and, you know, he's been such an amazing man, like, an amazing boyfriend, an amazing dad, you know, and I can't imagine my life without him. So the fact that, you know, during this time I was actually thinking that, you know, I didn't know if Sean and I were going to end up together forever, you know, then it was a lot. I was going to leave Sean, and I was going to have somebody, you know, come get me from Nevada, from Idaho. I was going to have Maggie come get me, my twin sister, or my best friend, Kendra, or my mom, or somebody. I was basically going to try and get somebody to come get me from Nevada, me and my daughter Aaliyah from Nevada, and I was gonna try and leave Sean. I was tired. I was done fighting for everything, you know, I just wanted to go, you know, I just wanted to go home. Sean could sense that in me, and so before I left, or before, you know, any of this went down, like, he came to me at work one day, and he was just in tears and telling me that he could see that something was wrong with me, and that, you know, he wanted to go back to Idaho, and Sean has been against Idaho this entire time. When we were in Oregon, when we were in Nevada, like, he has been the one that's like, no, we're not going back to Idaho, you know, and he came to me at work and just told me on my lunch, you know, like, I think we need to go back to Idaho, and we need to do it tomorrow because our family is falling apart. I agreed, and I told him, you know, I don't really know what's going through my head right now, but I feel really conflicted, and I feel like we need to take a break. So when we go back to Idaho, we're going to take a break. And, you know, he was going to go stay with some of his friends, and I was going to stay with my mom. The next day, that's what we did. We literally packed up as much as we could fit in our car and left to Idaho. And I didn't even, like, it was, like, literally so, like, it happened so fast because, you know, we literally, you know, just left the next day. You know, I didn't even tell my job that I was leaving. I just left, you know. And so it kind of felt like the end, you know. It felt like we had been fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting to, like, build a life for ourselves, and it felt like we had failed. Not only were we going back to Idaho, which both of us never wanted to do, but we were separating. The first day that we were in Idaho, it was emotional. The first couple weeks that we were in Idaho, it was super emotional, and just so you guys know, I realized, you know, what was important to me, I guess. I realized how important Sean was to me that first day that we came back to Idaho, because my dumbass couldn't freaking spend a day without him. Like, we literally, like, he left, you know, to go do his thing and then drop me off with my mom and Kendra and stuff, and I was a freaking disaster. Like, I could not do it. So we decided that, you know, I called him back, and then we decided that we were going to put out on the table, both of us, you know, like, what issues we have in our relationship, and then we were going to work on them. Sean, the day after we moved to Idaho, because one of my big things was the fact that I was supporting us for the majority of our relationship, and I was sick of it. You know, I was absolutely sick of you know, working my ass off and me being the one to have to bring in the dough, you know, and that wasn't a problem for me for a long time, you know, but it was, like, at the very end, like, it got to be too much, you know. And Sean, like, he amazed me, because when we came back to Idaho, like, the first freaking day, he's putting in applications, and, you know, trying to make it to where I can take a break and don't have to get a job right away, because we were staying with my mom, and to where he's gonna go get a job. So the first day that he got here, he got a job at Domino's. This job, you know, he's been, you know, going in early, staying late, he's there every day, you know, and he's actually, like, enjoying it, and he feels good about himself. And he's been also, you know, working out a lot, and just trying to better himself. So as of right now, I don't have a job. Sean's working right now, but we've been in Idaho since February. So it's been about 3 months that I haven't been working, and I am ready to start working again. So I've been applying for jobs, and my goal is to get into like a humane society or something with animals, because I'm tired of working jobs that, are not gonna like benefit my future. Yeah, so now I am still living with my mom's house. I'm in my mom's house right now. She actually just bought this house like last weekend. So my mom is a brand new house owner. She's super stoked about it. And this house is actually almost identical to the house that we lived in before we left to Oregon. So you guys will probably like recognize the house later on, because it looks almost identical to the house that we lived in before. Once I find a job, then we're going to start saving up to get a place in Boise with my sister Maggie, and yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to. Oh, also, Aaliyah's going to be starting school this year, so in just a couple months, she's going to be starting school, and we're going to go talk to the school tomorrow about the registration process. Nobody talks about, like, how confusing the school, like, abbreviations are, like PLC. What the hell does that mean? I had to Google it. And I might be even wrong, but this is what I Googled, and that's what it told me. So it's like telling me on the calendar, like, oh, PLC on this day, or CHS, blah, 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 on this day. I'm like, what the hell are these abbreviations? What do they mean? Like, they don't give you a key or anything. Like, is there not a key? So I had to, like, Google these different abbreviations because I couldn't understand the school calendar. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know what the hell I've been up to, what the hell we've been doing. It's been a roller coaster these last couple months, and that's kind of why I haven't been uploading or updating. I just have to say really quick, I'm just gonna say, I know there's gonna be, like, assholes on the internet. I know that some people are just gonna hate on you for no reason, but, some people are just such dicks, and there's times where I am so mentally weak, that I already hate the shit out of myself, I already am so hard on myself that the last thing I need is to look online and see a comment of somebody like, yeah, you're a piece of shit, for real, girl, like, yeah, you're a dumbass, or, like, a lot of people can handle that, a lot of people can just, like, brush it off, and I can too most of the time, but, especially when I'm having a lot of freaking mental issues in my own life, then it just becomes too much, so sometimes I am gonna disappear off the internet because that's just the way it is. Sometimes I just can't handle it, but yeah, I will try to keep you guys updated and try to let you guys know what the hell is going on, and I do want to come back to YouTube and to, like, start my vlogs and stuff again. Also, right now, I don't have a camera. I think that I left my good camera and all my good camera equipment in Nevada or in Oregon, because we still have a bunch of boxes and stuff in Nevada and in Oregon. That's why I'm recording on my computer. But anyways, I hope you guys feel a little bit enlightened and it was nice. It felt good to be able to talk to you guys, and I'm curious and a little bit nervous to see the response of everything, because yeah, I don't know, it's hard. Life is freaking hard, guys. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited to hear back from you guys, and I will hopefully see you guys soon, and yeah, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!